Hello, this is a little video to tell you about today's RE activity. I'm going to share my screen with you to show you the PowerPoint slide. So first of all, this morning we'll go through some of the things that we've learned before in RE. Do you remember Moses from the Bible? We learned about his story. Moses helped bring the Jewish slaves safely out of Egypt to a new home in Israel. They weren't being treated very well in Egypt. And Moses begged the Pharaoh to let him take his people to safety. And then we learned how Moses safely got them across the Red Sea because the sea parted to see them safely across. Do you remember these Jewish signs and symbols that we talked about in class? Have a look at them. Pause the video and tell me about one of these that you really remember. Well done, Year 2. That was some good remembering. The kippah is the hat that the Jewish men wear when they're saying their prayers, and some wear it most of the time. The talit wraps around the shoulders. That was the prayer shawl, and can you see it has the special threads on the end of it? The tefillin, the end of the top row, was a little box strapped onto the arm and wrapped round and kept so that it was close to the heart. The peyot were the curls of hair that some Jewish men have. The mezuzah, do you remember we enjoyed learning about this in class? The mezuzah is on the side of the door frame and it contains a special Jewish prayer. We watched a video of a Jewish family moving into a house, and the boy was so excited to get the mezuzah on the new door frame. The menorah, we heard the story of the oil that lasted for many more days than it should have done. And the menorah with the 7 candles is really important. The Torah, we likened this to the Christian Bible. The Torah has all the special writings of the Jewish religion, all their special stories. And the Star of David, the 6-pointed star. So last week you planned a New Year's party with your friends and family. I really enjoyed looking at your sheets. You had some great ideas. Lots of parties that I would really love to come to. New Year, celebrating New Year is saying goodbye to the old year and welcoming in the new year. It shows that you have hopes for the future, that your new year is going to be a good one. Today we're going to be looking at the new year for the Jewish faith. For them, it's much more than just a party and making New Year's resolutions. For Jewish people, it's a very holy time. Jewish people celebrate the birthday of the universe. Wow, that sounds amazing, doesn't it? They celebrate when the world first began, and they remember the day that God created Adam and Eve. Stop sharing this screen for a moment, and I'm going to share my screen again to show you a little film, like a little cartoon animation of that story. Are you ready to watch?
The first man and woman, Adam and Eve, lived in a beautiful garden that God made for them. But Satan came as a crafty serpent and tempted Adam and Eve. Did God say you must not eat the fruit from these trees? The serpent asked Eve. Just the tree in the middle, Eve replied. If we eat from it, we'll die. You won't die, said the serpent. There's a reason why God doesn't want you to eat from that tree. If you do, you'll be like him. You'll know what he knows. Eve ate the fruit. She gave some to Adam, who was with her. He ate it too. And at once, they knew things they had never known before. One thing they knew was that they were naked. They sewed leaves together to cover themselves. They'd never felt fear or shame before, so they knew something was wrong. Adam, God called. Eve! We're hiding, said Adam. We're naked. You know that because you ate from the tree, God sighed. Then Adam blamed Eve, and Eve blamed the serpent. God said, Serpent, you must crawl on your belly. A woman's son will defeat you. Eve, childbirth will be painful. Adam, growing food will be difficult. Then God made clothes for Adam and Eve and sent them out of the garden. He put an angel with a flaming sword there, so they could not return.
So that was the story of Adam and Eve, the first man and the first woman that God created in the world. Go back to our PowerPoint and have a look at our slideshow. So what did God create? Can you remember the story of God creating the world in 6 days and resting on the seventh? Pause the video and tell me one of the things that God created. That's right. World as we know it today. The land and the sea and the rivers, the sky and the clouds above, the sun, the moon and the stars, all the animals that live on the land, the sea and in the air, and the first people. So the last question there says, what was their sin? A sin means something that you've done that's wrong, that you know you shouldn't have done. In the story, what did Adam and Eve do that they shouldn't have done? They knew it was wrong. Pause the video and have a think and tell me your answer. Yes, they ate the apple because the serpent, who was really Satan in disguise, told Eve to eat the apple, and she did. The Jewish New Year is called Rosh Hashanah. And Jewish people believe that it's Judgment Day, just like God judged Adam and Eve. When he knew that they'd eaten from the tree that he told them not to, he was very angry with them and he sent them out into the world. So Jewish people believe that New Year is a time when God thinks about what a person has done that is good and what a person has done that might be bad. I'm going to talk to you about your activity for today. I'll share a different screen with you. This is your activity. So this sheet is on our website, and I'll put it on Class Dojo today as well. So you have 6 pictures that tell the story of Adam and Eve, and you have 6 sentences. You need to cut out the 6 pictures and the 6 sentences. Get another piece of paper to stick them onto. Arrange the pictures in the right order. And then match the sentences to them. I'll read through the sentences with you now. You can read them with me. Adam and Eve lived in a beautiful garden. Eve ate the fruit first. Satan came as a crafty serpent who tempted them. Eve gave the fruit to Adam. He ate the apple. Adam and Eve knew they were naked and felt shame. Life became hard for Adam and Eve. So when you've got the pictures in the right order, you've matched the sentences, you can glue them down. If you haven't got any glue at home, just lay the pictures in the right order with the sentences underneath or next to them so that it makes a sensible story. And you can take a picture of that for us. Upload your work onto your portfolio or send us a picture of it. And if you want to, I've put the link to that little video so you can watch the story again before you do your activity. I'll see you soon.